Hi, hello, good day to you. How you doing? Happy New Year. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. I am excited to be here today, even better to have each and every one of you with me on this broadcast. Welcome to our first newspaper review for the year 2023, and I gleefully welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? Waiting there happen. My name is Ima, and I'm reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. What's happening in your city? Let us know. Let me know. Come on into the comment section and talk to me. To my amazing panelists, come on. Let's do this today again. Let's do this again this year. Do well to join me by clicking on the link just there. Yes, please do also click on the link and be right on the screen with me. It will be really nice to have each and every one of you again. Osagbovo, how you doing? Good morning to you and happy new year. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. God bless you too, my dearest brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you to each and every one of you that'll be on this broadcast today. To those watching the replay, what's up? How you doing? It's good to be here. Yeah, you can tell now. You can feel the excitement, right? I'm really excited. Good to have you here. Please do also like this broadcast. Please take out time to like the broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. Thank you very much. Please let's try to engage this broadcast as much as possible. And this is the new year's. Do want to show some love? Yes, let us cross over with. I hope you cross over with all that love that you have for us on here. Please do well to click on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section, or you could use other means, other options if you are watching the replay. Please do well to click on the super thanks option just beneath the screen. As stated, it's very safe and secure. So please do also engage us. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to transact to our account, this you have on the screen our details. Please take our time to show us some love to keep supporting us even better this year. Thank you very much. All right, before we go into the paper purple for the day, let's give a shout out to Mommy Diaspora. Mommy Diaspora, it is good to begin the year with you this way. Happy New Year to you, dearest Mama. Let's do greater things together this year, Mama. I wish you everything good. If you say amen, if you say amen to this, you can tap into these prayers. Mommy Diaspora, thank you for being on this broadcast. A big thank you to each and every one of you. I'm sure I will do this again at the end of the broadcast. I'd really like to take our time to say thank you to each and every one of you. Each and every one of where is Brother Nice? Brother Nice, how you doing? Mr. Machiavelli, how are you enjoying your holiday? Mr. Kennedy, what's in the happen? What's this up? You've been it's been so long we had you on the broadcast. I hope you were safe. I hope you were well. Compliments of the season to you, sir. Naomi Bella, it's good to have you back. But where are you? Juna Basaki, come on, give us all that love. We need the love to reign on the broadcast. Pepper them with love. How you doing? I want to hear from everybody. Emma Billion, how you doing? I want to hear from everybody. Mr. Pansat. All right, the link has been posted. Do also click on the link and join me, Mr. Brian Maxwell. All right, beautiful people. Osage Daddy, I don't know where you've been for some days, but Mbok, don't let me look for you, Joe Osage Daddy. Where are you? I hope you're fine. I hope you're fine. I hope you're doing well. All right, and also Dr. Gomez. I've been Dr. Gomez, how you doing, Dr. Gomez? Happy New Year to you. Sending so much sunshine to you, your family, and of course to every Niger Watch family. We are saying a happy New Year to you all from the Niger Watch team. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for an amazing 2022. Let's do better this year. All right, so we'll be moving into the paper proper. Yes, let's go into the papers. Let's see. Let's see. I look forward to bringing to bearing good news concerning the nation in this 2023. So help us God, right? So help us God. This is to remind each and every one of you out there that is yet to get your PVC. Please do also pick up your PVC. I think today is the second. From the second, they are out at ward. So locate your ward and go pick up your PVC before they go back into INEC offices. Do also locate your ward and get your PVC. Please follow due process. For those that engage in double registration, INEC has said that they would not, these people would not be disenfranchised. You can use your old PVC. Let's not even call it old. Let's just say you can use the PVC that you have, although you want a new one. I'm sure that's why most people went to engaged in double registration, but you will not be getting. And like I saying, those that engaged in double, triple registration would not be getting, but they can use what they have to vote. And you that applied fresh, please, but take out time, go and get your PVC if you are yet. So now is not a time that will be careless about things like this. So please follow up this good cause that you have started and do well to vote wisely. All right, we'll move on to the paper proper. Our first paper for today is going to be the Punch. Are you guys ready for the papers? Do you want to know what to say in the papers? All right. The Punch, we have a first story on here. The big story on here says presidential poll. Yeah. Yes. The holiday is over. The holidays, they are over. Nigerians, let's wake up. Elections is just around the corner. Let's continue talking about sensitizing people on the need for Nigerians to vote wisely. All right, presidential poll we have here. Obasanjo endorses Obi as Atiku Tinubu camps protest. Obi ahead of others. Obi ahead of others in terms of knowledge, discipline, vitality, character, says Obasanjo. Ex-president says Nigeria became hell on earth under Buhari, scores APC low. Obasanjo endorsement worthless. He is a political paperweight, says APC and PDP. SCDC emergency team meets over China COVID-19 surge. 6 million meters for deployment before June, says federal government. On scarcity, federal government plans inspection of fuel stations tanks. Jonathan Adeboye make 100 most reputable Africans list. Yes, the picture story. The picture story will be the first ladies. This has become a ritual. It is on every first. The first ladies go to hospitals to welcome new babies, general hospitals to welcome new babies, and that's the picture story you have there of God knows wives. We have 1, 2, 3. We have about 3 of them here, but there are much more than them. It has become like a practice, and this is beautiful. Honestly, it is beautiful, and it's good to see that this practice, is still being held on to. Down the human interest story, we have really pathetic human interest story here. This one says motorist kills 5 dancers during party. Motorist kills 5 dancers during party. Ajah policemen caught drinking on duty. Yeah, abandoned work. Ogun couple killed after crossover service. Son abducted. Okay, so this is a story. This is a story of a couple identified as Kende and Bukola Fatinoye. They were killed in a fire incident at their residence at the Ibara area of Abeokuta, Ogun State on Sunday, the 1st of January. So these people got back from, they got back home from their crossover service. Wow, this is a pathetic story. It's horrifying. They got back from their crossover service, and they were presumed to have been traced by arsonists who followed them to their home and set the home ablaze, like they were burnt to death. But they left with the maid and their son. They didn't just kidnap these people, they also threw them into the river. Like somebody took them to painfully take out this family. The husband is said to be a staff of CBN, while the wife works with the government. So these are people, and now the question is, does this have anything to do with this CBN policy? Does it have anything to do with work from the husband or work from the wife? What is this? What's happening? If this were, if this were some intending lawmakers or aspiring lawmakers, we will say it is politically related, right? But at this point, what do we say? Do we trust the police to come through with concrete investigations? Because I mean, we need to start knowing what is happening. Now, we are not safe if we don't get answers. If justice is not served, justice does not get prevailed in these cases, then we are not safe. Person just from church go house, then follow and go house, burn, set them ablaze, took the maid and the maid and the child. Okay, the child might, okay, the age of the child is not stated in the report, so we might not know. I mean, that's a baby. Throwing a baby into the river, and then you burned full human being, throw the human being also into the river. And we have pathetic stories. This is it. If the story does not involve an influential person or a connected person, it just gets swept under the carpet. And it keeps going on until an influential person, gets a bit of this. And then the entire nation begins to cry foul. So if you don't get money in a crime, or if you know the influential in a crime, and that's why these people are going into crimes. But this right here, we need to know what's happening in our country. Christmas Day, somebody was killed. 2 weeks before that time, another person was killed. The same spot. So these things are happening in pockets, places in the country. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody they talk anything. All of us, we they do as right as long as they no be my brother. The world is just fine. Okay, this is our first newspaper review. So let's move on. Oh dear, but that's not a pleasant that's not a pleasant story. The church members were said to rush down to the house because they could not believe that these people that just left the church a couple of hours ago have been burnt to death. All right, and yeah, the Ajah policemen are in the papers for the very wrong reasons. A Punch reporter sometime last week, an officer shared, and no, not an officer, a Nigerian, a civilian shared a picture of a video of some policemen drinking on duty. Yeah, we'll say on duty because they had their uniform on. And asked, should this be so? But the officer responded and said that no, that this is unacceptable. Drinking on duty is completely unacceptable, and even asked for address, further information, details, to get across to the men that were seen in the picture drinking while on duty. Now, Punch took it upon themselves to take a trip to Ajiwe police station in Ajah to see if the things spoken of these people are true. And the results or the reports from that investigation is what we have in the papers. This policeman, a group of them are said to sit at, and now, let me take people down memory lane, because growing up, we also used to see these things. You see this group of policemen sitting where they sell drinks, sell pami, where they sell ogogoro now, where they sell hots. Yes, they sit down there, they have this drink. Well, let's just focus on the reports from this journalist. Said that even one of the policemen walked up to him and he was already thinking, he has been spotted, that he has been observing and all of that. But surprisingly, the policeman went there to ask the guy for money, charged him for money. He asked for 200 naira, but he didn't have 200 naira. He gave him 1,000 naira. He said the policeman went straight to go and buy drink, opened it there, downed it there, and it was the man was busy enjoying his drink. He had to get his change from the vendor. And he said a whole lot, even under the bridge where this incident happened with the lawyer lady. It is said that they sell drinks, and these policemen that are on duty under the bridge, they patronize these people. So are we even not going to question the people that are selling drinks to policemen on duty? Where's morality? Am I going too far to say, but what of those people too? Why are they selling? Are they not seeing the mishap, the brutality, the killings by these people? But then still and sometimes when you see these people, they reek of alcohol, they ooze. It's like they soak. It's like, you know how you soak something in alcohol. I don't know why. I think you should know why what it feels like to soak something in alcohol, but they come out smelly like they've been soaked in days. So there's a question of these people, why are they selling to them? But then again, their superiors, do they not know? Do they not take field trips? At the end of the day, nothing. At the end of the day, nothing is being done. I'm going, Mr. Chooks, it's good to have you on the broadcast. It's good to have each and every. But let me quickly talk to Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, to say I'm going too far. What? Questioning the people that are selling drinks back to back to back to these officers. Policemen sit down, come your shop, they give and shots, just because you want to make money. Mr. Chooks, I'd like for you to click on the link and let's have this conversation. All right. Mr. Ijola Semota, good to have you. Hello to you too, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Mr. Mike, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Mr. Meriki Made, thank you for being here. Mr. Sky, how you doing? Hello to you too. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Apologies. We need to go back to the paper. All right. Okay, I would like to know your submission. I'd like to know your take on that. Yeah, we have motorist skills. I tell you, the human interest stories that we have here today. Ha! I beg go make 2023 pleasant, make it smooth, make it just sort for all of us, because I don't know what's happening to people. No, well, you don't. No, I'm saying, Mr. Chooks. Now, this report was taken. Come on, click on the link. Come talk to me. But also in the comment section, of course, I'll give you orders. Okay, so I'm saying that with the killings going on in that area, ideally, when officer come, okay, you cannot say no, but keep giving them until they are drunk and staggering, until they are. I mean, and these people are drinking with their guns on. What are we saying now? Can you say what did you say, that's going too far? I'll be going too far saying that. Why would they see the killings that same Ajiwe? I just said that under the bridge there are people who sell some of the, just in front of the police station, there are people who sell this things, and you see the policemen. You could go check out the reports. That's what that reporter said. They are just coming out from the police station, they are going straight there. So just the superiors, are they not seeing these people drinking? Some are some are, I will not say thoughtful enough to. Okay, Mr. Chooks, your submission, they shock me, but let's have it on. Some are thoughtful enough to walk away from a bit from the station to patronize those other people, but some just go straight, sit down just right in front, and they consume these things. All right, so we have another human interest story of this person, a friend that attended a party organized by this group of friends. Now, one of them arrived at the party late, and he drove speedily, or he drove very rough into the venue, and his friends charged at him, like, you shouldn't drive that way into the venue. Anything could have happened. I mean, you're already here, there was no need for that. Well, what I am not sure of is the tone in which this was said. This truth was passed on to the friend. The friend got angry. He got angry. He said that some people even tried to interfere in the matter. Some elders, came to interfere to broker peace between these friends, as they are, part of the organizers of the party. But it fell on deaf ears as this man got angry. The young man got angry, got into his car with other group of friends. And he swore that, that because of that, he was going to spill blood. He was going to scatter the party. And he did it. He drove angrily right into the venue and knocked down 10 people. Now, out of these 10 people that were knocked down, there were about 5 dancers who were called to come and perform at the event. Those ones, unfortunately, they did not make it. Now, I mean, what are we going to say to things like this? This is what I'm saying. The death happening here and there, they're just too much. It needs to be need. We don't have to wait for somebody to hit an influential person. We need to be getting answers. We need to be demanding justice from security operatives. We need to be demanding justice from these people. So because your friends talk to you, you vex. Oh, and the driver is on the run. He ran. He escaped. After knocking down those people, he escaped. But they arrested the other friends that, the ones in the car with him that joined him for this. Arrested those ones, but the driver himself escaped. These stories are just really messy. Honestly, these stories are just really, really messy. Let's take this comment from Chooks. Chooks says, we have criminals in power in Nigeria. We have criminals in power in Nigeria who's supposed to make authorities ensure the useless people they employ as police don't drink on duty. And yes, no, yes, of course there is this part, Mr. Chooks. Please do not get me wrong. But I'm saying, well, until that happens, see, there's no way I can be selling ogogoro to officer on duty. Not be animals you they go protect. There is no way with what is happening in my country. I cannot be an officer. You come to me wearing uniform with your, even you are not safe. The man has his gun and he's drinking. All right, well, Mr. Chooks, I hear you loud and clear. Mr. Machiavelli, it's good to have you on the broadcast. I'll come to you shortly. This is just one story we are rounding up on. All right, it's funny how Obasanjo has become a political paperweight to APC and PDP just because he has unveiled Peter Obi. I tell you, politics seems to be getting. Let's see how this unfolds. And even the talks of I did not meet with Tinubu and I met with Tinubu, all the talks dancing around. Our political lawmakers, they are as the year has just begun, they have also begun with their drama and propaganda, or let's just say lies. We'll move on to another story. We'll move on to another paper, and that will be the Daily Sun. All right, please, just a minute. Okay. On the Daily Sun, we have Ohaneze, Middle Belt Forum, Arewa Youth, Onayeko, PFN, CSOs list qualities of Buhari's successor. Akwa Ibom government raises teachers' retirement age to 65. Presidency, Obasanjo endorses Peter Obi. Rights Youth Others says LP candidates will savage Nigeria. Ex-president's endorsement worthless, says Tinubu. It is his personal opinion, says Atiku. I am in strong position to win, says Obi. All right, also we have don't be guided by your stomach. Pocket in choosing next president. Bishop Kegama, Bishop Kegama, Khan, others warn voters. President on presidency, Wike not Atiku frustrated zoning to Southeast Campaign Council. Emefiele's lawyer writes AGF seeks arrest of DSS DG. All right. We have Anglican primates identifies unemployment, insecurity as threats to peace, national unity. And on here we have wife of Lagos State Governor Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, the middle flanked by the Deputy Governor's wife, Mrs. Oluremi Amzat. Second left, Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi left. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, and likes of others carrying the new baby. I just shared in the Punch. The first ladies have this ritual every first of the year, every first day in January. They go to general hospitals and they receive the first babies for the year. It is a beautiful tradition by this women. I just hope that they will pick up other projects and push for it like this one. I know the governor of Imo State, I hope I am right, she has this program that deals with that helps widows, and it's a wonderful. I just hope or wish that this other governor's wife or the president's wife will pick this up and pursue it strongly. Even with this visit, one would think that their visit would influence One would expect that their visits would influence the state of our government hospital, even if this visit happens just once in a year. I mean, it should be a good time for you to see what it is that women need. One of the toughest and poshest ones that we have in Lagos. You people should, go out there, go go to General Hospital, go to what large number of Nigerians identify to as General Hospital. Go there and see the needs that these women require or desire. These are things that should be there. If you've had to go through maternity and you are in position to help people, then please, by all means, don't just go and carry children in fine hospitals. We appreciate all of that. No, not be that one we appreciate. It is the context of the gesture that that we have. So go to the kind of general hospitals that most Nigerians are privy to. All right, let's continue on that. But that's a beautiful tradition. Okay, here we have Adeboye Olukoya, seek prayer for Nigeria, one of dangers ahead. Rivers PDP ready for election, says Governor Wike. See, at the end of the day, everything in the papers is pointing towards the elections, and the elections is just around the corner. If you are yet to get your PVC, please take out time to get your PVC. Do the needful, vote wisely, do not sell your vote. And if you see anything, don't just say, capture it also and share. Let us see what is happening out there. All right, we'll move on to another paper before we move to submission proper. Our last paper for today is going to be the Vanguard. And on the Vanguard here, we have gunmen raise Ebube Agu commander's house, kill wife. Sokoto, gunmen kill PDP war chairman elder brother. On the aviation sector, issues in 2022, expectations for 2023. All right, I hope the aviation minister goes through this and learns something from it, because the aviation sector suffered last year. I mean, it got to a point where we were almost going to be taking international trips in a neighboring country. Ha, that would have been really, in short, that would have been one of the biggest shame, right? That would have been one of the biggest shame. Just imagine you would land somewhere, you travel somewhere. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, let's move on. The Vanguard is stuffed and loaded. All right, let's move on 2023, Atiku Tinubu kick as Obasanjo endorses Peter Obi, calls for forex reform spread as transaction rise 9% to $34 billion. Oil refund, Serap sues governors over failure to account for 625 billion naira. Let me take that again and I'll move to another story. Serap sues governors over failure to account for 625 billion naira. You guys remember when Wike came and opened up the can of worm? Well, the governors, they no send us, they no send our papa, they not even say anything, they are still quiet. Well, let's see how far Serap can fight for the good people of Nigeria. Yes, let's see how far Sarah can fight for us. When we are not even when we are willing to fight, we are doing a lot, but you know, they've just so put themselves. Well, the system just has to change for us to be getting justice. That's what we are talking about. This justice that they've denied Nigerians. It is eating us down to the way we even deal with our own self. Look at that one that got angry for being reprimanded for driving that way into a venue. He got angry and went on ahead to knock down 10 people, killing 5, and he absconded. There are sonists that went and set this family's house, took the maid, and the baby, threw them into a river. I mean, till now we are still looking for them. I don't. Let's just hope that the police is looking for them. And you know that it depends on how viral this story goes. You know that it depends on how much attention that it gets for us to get quick justice. Nigeria needs more prayers. political will for greatness, says Anglican primate. Some balloons will deflate in 2023, says Adeboye. All right, petrol shortage. Depot owners adamant sell petrol at over 200 naira per liter. Independent marketers put prices at 300 naira to 450 naira per liter. Transport fares, food prices remain high. NMDPRA absent in filling stations. Lawyer petitions AGF over plots to arrest CBN Governor Emefiele. 2023 year of golden opportunities for Nigeria, says Scan. 2023 great year for Nigerians, says Okowa. Southern Kaduna attacks. Buhari urged to deploy more troops. Atiku will reopen Nigeria's borders, says Tambuwa. All right, this story on here talking about the petrol shortage. Okay, so see, sometimes what is in the paper and what is happening on ground does not even tally. So I was going to take on this story, but okay. So the government have told Ipman told all marketers to sell as, if they're buying at 146, they should sell below 200 per liter. And now let's not forget that these trucks, I mean, it's tiring going over and over. It's like you are talking and they don't even care. Like as I said, they're not sent. They don't even give it to, because how are you expecting these people to sell at this price? Forgetting that these people's truck runs on diesel. How much is diesel? And let's not forget how bad the roads are. Trucks that takes them 3 days now takes them much more than 1 week because of how bad. And they're saying in that 1 week, then go stop, fix car. These Agberos or whatever name that they are given, they are still going to pay money. Oh, sorry, they are called tax collectors. I don't know why Lagos State government are using touts as tax collectors. They are still going to pay money. They pay lots of money. When they say everything don't go up, even money when they pay Agbero self don't go don't go up too. So what you're expecting these people, how? So you can't come here, apportioning blames. You people know what you are doing. They've asked for subsidy on diesel, and they're saying this. If you do this, it will just help us reduce, the cost, landing cost. It will help us reduce it. But it has fallen on deaf ears, and now they are going to shut down 4 stations. Okay, be like said and get waiting they know where we will not know at this point, and it is obviously not in the fine papers. All right, that's as much on the petrol story. So see, if you see for a try by now, you go to filling stations, you have 3 colors because of the black marketers. You have 3 colors. Now you have to come down, you have to start smelling, you have to start, oh no. So I beg you, just see for a try and buy. Don't just see what is in the papers and what you're seeing on ground. Very, very different. Very, very different, I tell you. All right. So Adeboye went through his message, his crossover message, and he said, like peace will be restored in Nigeria. He said his prophecies for the year, and also when he got to the political aspect, he said that some balloons will be deflated. I think we know what that means. But if you want more on the story, if you want much more on the story, please pick this up and hear what Pastor Adeboye had to say to Nigerians regarding that. All right. So Sarah, as I said earlier, suing governors of oil producing states, the ones that got the 13% derivation, are asking, what did you do? 625 billion naira. Let me see what my people are saying on the comment section. Amazing Grace USA, where have you been? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year to you. Thank you. Samuel Olaka, Happy New Year to you. It's good to have you on here. Mr. Mark Irabo, it's good to have you on here. Thank you for being here. And that is as much as we have No, that should not be as much as we have. There's a story here on Ebube Ago. It is said that also they know who did this. It's a reprisal attack on something that on an operation that Ebube Ago engaged, as it is said in the papers, as it is alleged in the papers, and it's a reprisal attack. So this man stormed the commander's house, Ebube Ago commander's house, and burns. This is what we are saying. These people just do these things, they go. The law does not catch up with them. Who is protecting these people? So now the people were supposed to they watch, now then they drink ogogoro for junction. Yes, now they are the ones drinking. A good large percent of the policemen are not doing their job. Large percent say, giving all kudos, I'm giving you your crown to the Nigerian police force, to those ones out there that that comes through for us, that safeguard lives and properties. Thank you. Thank you very much. You are amazing. We praise you people when when we see your work out there. But you have a large number of them. When they say reform, I don't understand this reform that they are talking. They need to be cleared. All right, so it is said that they stormed the leader of Ebube Agu's house. The story did not say, but I think he wasn't around at the time, because the story did not say if he's also dead or he was kidnapped or he was shot at. He's just missing in the entire story. But his pregnant wife was burnt. The pregnant wife was not burnt. It's the house that was burnt. She was shot point blank. She was shot to death. What since is this? This our new year like this. Yama follow us crossover. We have to intentionally start using our hand to pick them out by force. That's what I'm saying. The government are relaxing and not doing what they should be doing. Are we not supposed to try and be doing one or two things ourselves? That's why I went back with the people, the women or men or whoever sits there and allows these policemen in their uniform with their rifle to sit down and be drinking back to back. And you say that's me going too far? We at least sit down, they talk to our which kind of money would they find? Which kind of money would they find? Let's see if we have another story on here that we are yet to touch. Otherwise, there's as much. Well, just by that, we have another story that says in Sokoto, gunmen kill PDP ward chairman, elder brother. All right. That's as much as we have here on our newspaper review. Thank you for listening to my amazing panelists. It's good to have you gentlemen on here with me. Thank you very much. Amazing Grace. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is my first super sticker for the year. Thank you very much. Thank you for adding color to the broadcast. Amazing Grace. Thank you. All right, let's move on to our panelists. But if you are here to like this broadcast, please take our time to like the broadcast. Take our time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right, send a super sticker, or you send a super chat. But please take our time to support us. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Machiavelli, how you doing? Happy New Year to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Mrs. Emi. Thank you so much for having me today. Good morning to you all, and also good morning to the concerned today. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear, Mr. Machiavelli.
Okay, thank you so much. And so also to the concerned citizen, I say good morning to you, and I wish you guys a happy New Year. Today's newspaper review has been a very interesting one. First of all, I have to go to the Sarah, trying to, demand the money that was given to the governments, and they want them to account for it. And I so much appreciate what they have done. And this is what I've been pushing for: a stronger institution, people that has to checkmate whatever you are doing, because you are not above the law. Just because you have an executive power does not give you absolute guarantee that anything you're going to be doing is not being checkmated. And that is what I'm very pleased with that. But my other thing is, how much is this investigation going to go? How are you going to achieve it? How are these people going to be brought to book? We need to be seeing measures being put in place so that government can also work. Right. Another one that you talked about, police. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Machiavelli.
Okay. So another one that you spoke about was about the police, being found drinking, and I can hear that one of the people in the comment section was saying you were going too far. Well, thank you for that. But Nigerian has to understand one thing. I can understand from the basis of where the person who was commenting, Mr. Chooks, was saying you're going too far. But Mr. Chook, he has to also understand that we don't have to say that these uh, people who sell things cannot sell their products to the customers. They need to sell their product, but the fact remain is that we are in a society whereby people abuse these things. It is not their crime to sell this thing close to the police station. There are other people who sell close to the police station. They have corner shops around near the police station and they sell alcohol. But who are the problems now? Is the police, the security personnel who are supposed to understand their duties. Because if you go and check what their code of conduct is, they are not supposed to drink while on the line of duty. They know it, but because of we have always neglected the fact that this thing has to be there has to be a check and balance. So these people has always seen it as a privilege. Another thing that actually makes this thing worse is that a lot of people that we are, recruiting into our security agents does not understand what these things are all about. Some of them don't even know how to pronounce their names. So it will be very difficult. Some of them don't even know how to read and write. So they don't actually know that these things are a problem. And another thing is the mental health. A lot of people who, especially the security agents who have not been paid for years or months, or maybe having issues with their families at home because they are not properly paid, they are not able to pay school fees. So the only little money they have, they want to take in alcohol to suppress that depression and things like that. So this has been a major factor that is affecting a security agent. Some of them are involved into collecting bribes because they are not well paid, no proper care for them by the government. So you have to blame the government and the people who are also involved in it. So for me, I believe when we have a stronger institution that actually sees the affairs of this department to ensure that we have a strategy that will work out for these people. Because this is why we cry for an effective government who can come in and make things in place, putting measures, because all the measures that we're telling you that they've been putting in place by the police, and this was the same police station that something happened the other day. So, and you can hear this Inspector General of Police telling you that there have been countermeasures to make sure that all these things does not come. But look at what is going on now. So how are we now? How are we safe? Are we trying to say that we are safe, or the measures that these people are putting are actually playing well? It is not. So we as citizens, we must try to make sure that everything that comes out like this, we must be able to talk about it, try to make sure that we push in more of the effective things that the government need to know to make sure that to combat all these things so that the stronger institutions will be in place to actually take care of these things. That is what I want to put. Then on the other hand, where you have the Lagos State governor's wife going to the hospitals to take in new babies, these are kind of their tradition. Well, thank you for her for doing that. But this is not. It's not just because it's the new year or it's the festive period. That is when you want to show love to this mother. But these 365 days, what were the measures put in place to ensure that the maternity care is appropriately, funded to make sure that these people have the necessary equipment to deliver these babies? What are the necessary measures are you putting in place to help these mothers? Some of them don't even have husbands. Some of them are just, born out of orphans. What are the measures are you putting in place? How are you able to boost the health sector? Look at our hospitals; they are dilapidated. No no equipment. So what are the measures are you putting in place to make sure that the doctors are paid, the nurses are paid, and those even the cleaners there, to make sure that you help these setups to boom? It's not by carrying these babies just to show that everybody that, oh, this is what we are doing. This is how they cajole much of the Nigerians. But if you go to that hospital, you find out that there is no light. It's even they are operating on generator. Even they cannot even eat 3 square a meal. The bed they are laying down is bad. You will see that a lot of things are dilapidated. But yet they use this thing as a camouflage to paint their way of, you know, indulging into the power and stick to the power to make sure that the people think that, oh, they are doing well. So all these things, we need to be calling them out. What have you done for 365 days to make sure that these things, what is there any grant given to mothers who have babies? What are the things? It's not going there to go and say, oh, thank you very much, holding babies and trying to, portray yourself as a good mother. No, I'm not saying he's a bad mother. Don't get me wrong. But the fact is, as a government in place, why doing that? We must also see whatever you are putting on ground as the first lady, trying to model mothers into having to make sure they become a good model in the society. That is all what we think about. So they shouldn't bring this measure to like we should be happy about it. We will be happy, but we need to see more of the care to make sure that these mothers are being taken care of. And the last but not the least, from what you have been saying, that Obasanjo endorsed Peter Obi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Machiavelli, please
I
round
just
up
want to
your
round up. I just want to round up. Like Obasanjo endorsing Peter Obi, just like what the All Progressive Congress flag bearer said, is entitled to his opinion, it's one man vote. Yes, I understand that. Obasanjo endorsing Obi is a good sign, and it's also a sign that there is a fault in the system. It means that all the system, all the leaders we have put into the system since the creation of democracy in Nigeria, since 1999, has not been effective. So they have understand that they have failed in giving Nigeria what I have been preaching, the dividends of democracy. So these persons seeing the signs that the democracy which they give to Nigeria has failed, it is best that is why he's now trying to channel more energy to enable effective government that will make the youth thrive as a Democrat in the 20th century. You can imagine. So this is what Obasanjo is doing. And I feel that all the young youth now should emulate whoever we are bringing in to government to make sure that they have accountability and we are able to talk to them so that we have that channel of communication because it's a democratic state. That is what we are trying to put. And I so much thank what he has been doing, but I do not really consent to that because it's just one vote. All we need to do is to encourage Nigerians to get their PVC, to vote competent and vote for a change that will enable them carry their future ahead. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you also to Tobechuku. Tobechuku says one former president has endorsed Peter Obi, remaining one. So Atiku and Tinubu should rush to Ogadjona for endorsement too. Laugh one Kimi. Tobechuku, Happy New Year to you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. I hope you've taken out time to like the broadcast. Sam TV, what's happening? What's popping, Sam TV? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Yay! Bella Naomi herself is here. Bella Naomi, how you doing now? It's good to have you on the broadcast. I'm excited to have you on the broadcast. Yes, thanks to God, we are all still together. Bella Naomi, in your words, thank you. Yes, I am grateful to God to have each and every one of you on this broadcast. Thank you. Please, if you're here, if you can hear me, just say something, especially if it's been a really long time since you last participated. Just say something on the comment section. But please take out time to take out time to like the broadcast. Thank you very much. All right, Brother Nice, how are you doing? Happy New Year to you, my dearest Brother Nice. Good to have you on the broadcast. Please unmute your mic.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Mikuma. Happy New Year to all my people on the comment section, those on the panel, Happy New Year. Thank you so very much, Miss Ima. Thanks for having me once again. So I will need a recap from you, if it's possible, because I did not get all the topic. So I would like you to explain a bit for me, please. Miss Ima.
Yeah, I was trying to unmute my mic. Okay, we have three very pathetic human interest story on the punch today. The first would be the couple in Ogun State that were killed after crossover service. Their son and maid were abducted and they were thrown into a river just out of there. But this couple were burnt to death. Now, as I said earlier on, the man works with CBN, the lady works with the government. So we don't know what I think she works. She's a teacher. So at this point, we don't know what could have, transpired. Good things are spoken of these people, both their neighbors and in church. Good things are spoken. Even colleagues, good things are spoken of these people. So this is scary. What's happening? And then there is another case of a young man who got angry for being reprimanded for driving recklessly into a venue, an event center. He got angry and swore that he was going to spill blood. And him and some of his friends got into his car and he drove into the venue, knocked down 10 people, and five died from that show of anger, show of ego, show of whatever that was. We just have really pathetic human interest story. And of course, PDP, APC crying foul and downplaying the place of Obasanjo because he has endorsed Peter Obi. That's it, brother. Nice.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Uh, the first one that you said that I will start from. The guy that got angry that he was riding recklessly and he went to go and bring his friends. Went to go and bring his friends and drive into an event. You see what we are talking about. That is the attitude of all those cultists. I think that guy might be an cultist. You understand? Those are the attitude of cultism. You see. So these are the thing now we accept in our society. You know, these are the things we accept in our society. The government don't want to do something about this cultism in Nigeria. So we will see more of this if the government don't do things about this thing to eradicate all this cultism. You see, so that is their attitude. It's very simple for you to identify them. They can escalate every little thing very easy. That is the spirit of cultism. So that is just for that. And you said the Atiku and Tinubu they are angry with Obasanjo for endorsing Peter Obi. What do they want Peter Obi? Why are they angry? It's a democratic state. People have the right to endorse who they want to endorse. So why are they angry about it? So that one, it does not make sense. You understand? It does not make sense to me for Obasanjo to stand with a person he feels that is going to lead Nigeria to a better Nigeria. So why the rest of them will be angry about it? They should go to hell. And the other story that you just spoke about the husband and wife that you said someone killed and threw them in the river. You know, this is what the first one, what I just thought about, is still similar to this same issue. You understand? Those are it's like a case of this thing of this thing, criminality. You know, it's criminal that does that. Maybe the man and the woman they have some issue with all these people. Instead of them to go to court and settle it, they prefer to take law into their hands because they know that Nigeria is already lawless. You understand? Why will you kill people and throw them inside the river? Killing them for which reason? And these people now, and the Nigerian now, or the police in that state now, they will tell me that they have not arrested them this time, till now. Has them been arrested, Mr. Misima? These people. Both that one that drive into venue. Have they been arrested? Misima.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Which
I don't
which
think so.
which of them? Which the
Both the one that
arsonists, right?
the one
They've
that
not
drove
been.
into the venue, and both the one that killed those couple.
In
Have
fact,
they
my
been
brother,
arrested?
there's no need to even ask you which of them, because none of them they don't arrest. None of them. None of them they don't even arrest. No,
You see,
nobody.
you see the reason why all these people are getting bolder every day, all those criminals, because Nigeria have become a lawless land where there is no justice, there's no police. Where you see police, if you police always stay in this job they're supposed to do, they don't do their job to arrest criminals or people that perpetrate all this kind of case. That is why they set up police, but they don't do their job. Where you see them, they will go and stay in the junction, extorting people, smoking Indian hemp, drinking alcohol. Our police have become drunkards because they themselves, they are even into all those things that I'm talking about now. You understand? Everything is compromised. There is no law. Nigeria have become a lawless land. People will just kill people, they will go scot-free. You know? So it's just a Peter Obi the last hope. If Peter Obi don't become Nigerian president, everybody will find a way to divide Nigeria and let everybody go their own way. Very simple. You understand? Nigeria, as I said this right from time, Nigeria is like people that is living Nigeria now. It's like they are living in this thing, Afghanistan. You understand? Where there is no president, there is no governors, there is no Assembly National, there is no everybody. They are just on their own. There are different vices are killing people. Herdsmen, cultism, ritualists, everybody, they are just doing things on their own now without impunity. That is the land Nigeria. Nigeria have become that way now. You understand? It's just like a country where there is no leader. I don't see the reason why Buhari will still be there by now. You are not functioning. You don't put institution in place that will put Nigeria in the right track. You are not doing anything. You are just there waiting for the day when your mandate will be over. What are you doing there? Instead of you to step down, instead of you to resign, what are you doing there now? For God's sake, what are you doing there, Buhari? And the people in Assembly National, the lawmakers, what are you people doing there? Why can't you people resign? When you just leave Nigeria to their own vices. What are you people doing there? There is no law and order. We put you people there to bring law and order in Nigeria, to sanitize the country. But you people are just there, swallowing money, sleeping. Eh? Ah, no. Eh? People are killing people, throwing people into a lagoon. Accidents are killing people. Ritualists are killing. No injustice, nothing. Police are killing people, no justice. All kinds of evil are taking place. No government. Their government nowhere to be found. People are looting. Nobody is holding them accountable. Even this thing, Afghanistan. Even this terrorist government that is in power in Afghanistan, they are even doing more job than this president that is in Nigeria. Because that this thing now that is in Afghanistan now, that terrorist government that take over in Afghanistan, they are still trying to put law and order in place. They cannot do this in Afghanistan, sir. A government a place where terrorists is in power. This kind of thing cannot even happen. Those ones, they still have this thing, police on the street. They still have people that is fighting crime. You know, they still have Taliban in power. Taliban is even functioning more than Buhari government in Nigeria. Ah no, my sister, it's finished for. You see, this man just came to contest as a Nigerian president just to cause chaos in Nigeria and tell us that he's going back to Dara. He cannot wait to go back. You know, he said he's bringing Nigeria from top to bottom. That is where we are here. That is where we are today now. It's even more than bottom. Where Nigeria, where we are. You understand? You see this remaining few months that remain for him to live. It's like 100 years to me. You know how many people that are still going to die before Buhari, before that 2 months that remain? You know, I wish this man would just leave tomorrow. I wish. You know, people. As we see him, we must exercise patience till that day we leave, because I don't see where somebody will not be working. He will just prefer to stay there till my date finish. He will not resign by himself. Now only Africa they see this kind of thing. If it's Western world now, if you vote any minister or any president in power, if he spent 1 year, he failed his people, he will resign immediately. You will just see overnight, they will just announce that this man stepped down. But in Africa, it's a lie. Even though the man is about to die, he will still sit down there because it's their retired home. Thank you, Miss Ima.
But who even formed, our own system to be like this? Because this last thing you've just said, not true. There's some African countries that ancient of days. You will hear he has been in power since 19 something. What? Excuse me, sir? In 2022, and that's why Buhari is called the hope of democracy in Africa. If Buhari is called the hope of democracy in Africa, hey, no, all of that needs to change. So we need to do better as a country. Since we are the yardstick, we need to do better, in changing the status quo. We need to do better, please. Samuel Olaka says, no, this endorsement by Obasanjo really sweet. I think this is the second or third comments from you on this. Samuel Olaka says, clap for Obasanjo. 2023 goes for Obasanjo. That endorsement makes sense. Peter will be all the way. I see they paint them. I almost started singing this song. All right, Bella Naomi, it's good to have you here. Thank you.
I just quickly want to put this one. Mrs. Kima, can I just say something to get what Samuel Laka said? Just a quick one. I just don't want to say Nigerians to start clapping boza for who? For somebody who has just noticed that they failed. See, my brothers and sisters, you need to clap for yourself, Nigerians, for telling these people that they have failed in the democracy they want to give you. Let me give you a clear example. There is something going on in Peru right now. Pedro Sanchez, when he came into power, he said he was going to deliver democracy for them. And they couldn't get it. Rising inflation, unemployment, everything. The Peru people, they are revolting against Pedro Sanchez. Do you know what he did? He was trying to go and put himself as a dictator. He said he came out on the podium to say he was going to close the National Assembly, dissolve Parliament, and all these things so that he can put an emergency government so that he can stay in power. Guess what? Before he knew what was happening, the National Assembly round up against him. They impeached him. Pedro Sanchez, before he was issuing the statement, he was being rounded up. Before he was the president, under 24 hours, he was in custody. That is democracy. You cannot, somebody because Obasanjo endorsed will be clapping. You should be clapping for yourself for teaching these people from their indoctrination to education. Thank you.
Yeah, Miss Emma.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, you have to chip that in. Every other person, please please wait your turn. We've got a full house, and I want to say hello to all the gentlemen on here. Thank you very much for being on this broadcast. It means a lot to share this day with me. This is the first day my first broadcast for this year. So it means a lot to me. Thank you to each and every one of you on here. Thank you so very much. I appreciate your time on here. Thank you very much. I will move on to Mr. Chooks. Mr. Chooks, how you doing? Good day to you, sir. Good to have you on here. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to, I saw a foster. I quickly went to ask somebody, how do I greet in your language? And I was so this is for you, Mr. Efosa Miguel. It's good to have you on the broadcast and Happy New Year to you too. Thank you for being on here, my people. I beg, take out time to like this broadcast. Like the broadcast, please. Thank you. Mr. Chooks, please talk to me. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Emma. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone watching us, my fellow panelists, and all the people on the comment section. Yeah, I want to quickly touch on what Mr. Machiavelli just said. Mr. Machiavelli, see, I agree with you when you made your statement about the Obasanjo, but the last one you just made, I disagree with you. And the simple reason is this. You are telling us the story of Peru. This is an advanced democracy. Who and who do you have in the National Assembly? You and I know all the problems. So for you saying that we shouldn't clap for Obasanjo for endorsing him, it's an understatement for me, in my own personal opinion. Because if we have a standard democracy, you and I shouldn't be here talking about all this. It should be normal that he endorsed him. It happens all over the world. It does. Okay, and I just finished watching a program where some youth are coming out to say Obasanjo endorsing Obi. Okay, it doesn't mean anything, but they can see that Obi is a better candidate, but they're not going to support him simply because he is not doing the work of fatherism in Anambra State. Can you imagine that? These are the kind of people you are talking about. Who is going to stand up? So if he endorses him today, I think it's a welcome development. I'm not saying that he has more than one vote, but it does happen all over the world that those former leaders or people who lives in the society, leaders of the society, they see a candidate, they see where their plans, they see everything, and they endorse them just to direct people saying, hey, look, this is the reason why I am endorsing this person. If this person gets there, your life will be better. That is the meaning of endorsement, not because they have more than one vote. So if he comes out to say, hey, I've been there, I've been in the government, and I know the problems, and this man is talking about these problems and promising that he will do that, and I know him as a man of integrity, and if he gets there, he's gonna do it. That's a welcome development for Nigerians. We cannot continue to condemn people because of their past. Yes, I don't agree totally with him with his past, but like we always say it here, if he can, today he has no power to turn back the hands of the clock. But if he can do it by seeing the right person, I know it that he endorsed Buhari in 2015. We know the problem we are facing today. So him doing this, okay, Nigeria is looking for solutions. We all are looking for solutions. That's why we're not talking about, okay, you endorsed Buhari back then. But one good thing with him, if he endorses you and you don't do the needful, he comes out. That's why we're listening to him. He comes out to write you the same letter that he just wrote now. That's why we're with him. Many people follow him because of, his, I don't know, his style of outspoken. Because I don't believe he will say something that is going wrong because he supported you. He will speak. These are the people I regard as leaders. It doesn't matter how many mistakes they make, but once they make mistake, they own to that mistake and speak about it. So I I think Obasanjo endorsing Buhari is a very, very great welcome. And those who are saying negative things, I mean the PDP and the APC saying Obasanjo endorsing this is a what penny or whatever language they use. I want to ask them one question. Did you not go to Otafam? What were you doing there? What were you doing there? If his endorsement is worthless, why did you waste your time to go to Otafam to meet him? Why did you waste your time meeting him in all places, asking him for this? So you see the true meaning of politics. When it doesn't favor you, it's a bad decision. But when it favors you, it's a good decision. That is the only way I can put it. Because as far as I know, Atiku has met him to talk to him. Tinubu himself, we saw Tinubu's going to meet him. So if he does not represent something, they won't be crying. It's just like they're crying about to be,
All right.
just as they've been crying about to be.
Mr. Chooks, please round off your submission. Thank you very much.
Okay. So yeah, coming to the other stories where you said people, like brother Nye said it, courts, using whatever means. As it's until we get rule of law, all this will not stop. Until we get rule of law, whereby if you do something, you get punished, it will not stop. I yield here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chooks. Thank you for your last submission. Thank you for all of your submission. Thank you for being on this broadcast with me, Mr. Chooks. I appreciate your time. I look forward to having you here much more, doing bigger things with you this year. Thank you. I'm moving to Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter, how are you doing? It's a pleasant surprise that we have here today.
Thank you. We are doing great with the grace of God.
Amen, Mr. Peter. All right, let's move on to your submission,
Hello.
sir.
You said Migwa, we say Vrendo. So, but in a do dialect, we say. You said you have to say Domo, then we will answer you. You have to say Domo, then we will answer you.
Okay, so Domowo, Domowo, but even the person I was even greeting, he did not respond to my greeting. But Mr. Peter, you can take the greeting. I give it to you now.
It's still the same person you greet, and he's still responding and answering you the way you're supposed to.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the correction. Thank you, Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter, thank you very much. Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. I'll do better. All right, let's move to submission, sir.
Good morning.
It's echoing. What is happening?
Please, a minute, please. Mr. Niger, good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ima. Good morning to you. So stay mute, Ima. Thank you. All right. Good morning, everybody. Mr. Peter Okundai, I'm sorry, sir, that I have to take your slots for a minute or two, but you're going to be the person to continue. Happy New Year to every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thank you, my good people. I appreciate you all. My mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Good morning to you, Mommy. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you right there on the comment section. But I just wanted to quickly add this here. Due to the submission earlier on from my brother Israel Asamuta saying that we shouldn't be celebrating because Obasanjo endorsed Peter Obi. I disagree totally on that, even though I know everybody entitled to their opinion, but I disagree on that, and saying that on the public space is not also encouraging. Endorsement is a powerful word. Although endorsement have been on now for more than 600 years, if you know what that means, but a lot of people now know that the easy way or easy word to use for endorsement at this particular time now is approve. Figurative word, approve. It means that I have approved this person. that is the best for you or is the best for Nigeria. So it's a very, very powerful word. And in election, in a political realm, if you don't have anybody who approved you, you are not going anywhere. It's just the fact, because remember, all these powerful people, they have their own followers as well. It's just like me now coming here to say, this is the person I want. My good consecrated followers on Nigeria Watch will follow me to make sure that person that I endorse succeed. That's what it means. We all should be celebrating that Obasanjo endorsed Peter Obi. That is it. And apart from that, Obasanjo on this particular platform before, I've talked about his past. Obasanjo is trying to make up. If we have to go back to how all that we are passing through today, obviously, Obasanjo is part of it. But the good thing you must understand, there's what we call good behavior. If you're arrested in the UK, I don't know if it happens in Nigeria. If you're arrested in the UK, for example, you're in the prison, then there's what they call good behavior. If you'll be sentenced for 20 years or 15 years, if you have a good behavior, you might be, if you are sentenced for 15 years, if you have a good behavior, you might be out in maybe 9 or 10 years. So at this particular moment, Obasanjo is portraying his good behavior for Nigerians. He's carrying Nigerian people, as number one at this moment. I understand some people are saying for his selfish interest. What are you talking about? If you think Obasanjo is doing it for his selfish interest and Obi is for the people and the people want Obi, then do it. That's the kind of selfish interest that I want. We want Obi, and it's the only option. Is Obi versus Obi. That's it. So the endorsement, the approval of a public approval of Peter Obi by Obasanjo means a lot in this movement. Thank you. I just wanted to add that to it. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Peter Okundaye. Mr. Peter Okundaye, are you there?
Yeah, yes. I thought, okay, thank you. Happy New Year, Nigeria Watch and family, the listeners, viewers, and commenters.
Okay, I'm not sure I can hear anything from Mr. Peter. Please, if anybody can hear anything from Mr. Peter, please say something.
Yes,
He's talking now. Okay, all right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear now? Hello?
Mr. Peter, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as I have to say, just to say Happy New Year to all of us. For Nigerians, Obasanjo Peter Obi, as you said, is a welcome development. Anyway, let's say so, because we want every Nigeria to endorse him, not only Obasanjo, whether it's Christmas on the road, the sequence in the hospital, whoever, whether it's even the bandits that the Buhari import better Nigerians to live on, the Nigeria to live on. So that is what me I'm seeing it. But it's not that it's worth celebrating or not worth celebrating. But all we want is let everybody endorse Peter Obi so that we can have a better government. Because the reason we are facing all this crisis is those who have been leading us are not leading us the way life's supposed to be. Because the Bible brings us it brings us a life that we are going to one place which no eyes have ever seen, and but they were able to describe the way it looked like. So he make us to forget our real way of life, our sense of belonging. So we now copy what is bad from white people and they not copy what is good from them. So we are now using our wicked heart to punish ourselves and calling it the democracy, the devil crazy that we are facing, or the military government. That's the wickedness of the white people. We are using our own wicked black heart to bring it out, and punishing will be enough. And just what Nigeria are saying now, that enough is enough. Whether grow up Nigeria, small Nigeria, medium Nigeria, on the other hand, everybody can never support Peter Obi. So for those who did not support Peter Obi, it is their choice. Those who will want to support Peter Obi tomorrow, it is their own choice. All of us pray is a better country to come. Thank you, and God bless you. For the police, the reason we are still witnessing all these things, it is because the government of the white people who came into our land, we are a government that wicked us. So it's not the government of our own people. And that is all the structures, that whether you call it soldier, you call it mobile, you call it Air Force, those structures of the armed forces are not for Nigerians, because if we are not set up by Nigerians, rather to put a rules that we get Nigerians into it. So those things were set up by the thieves who came to destroy our land and use the laws to protect themselves. And that is the same law that is protecting the agents of those thieves. That is what we call our leaders today, because they are the agent of those British and still working for those British. Until we, the Nigerians, come in agreement and said, this is what we want, our police way of life will never change. Until we agree and say, this is the kind of law that the Nigeria police is going to be facing, they will never change. Even though we bring millions of presidents to come, they are still going to continue in that decree that when you do these things, you are going to face these things. If you do this thing, you are going to face this thing. Even if it is soldier, if you do these things, you are going to face this thing, because you are a Nigerian. That is why you will be allowed to enter into the arms of government. So by the time you fail Nigerian, you have to face the consequences of the Nigerian law. That is the only solution I see. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. Thank you for your submission. Mr. Alex, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Happy New Year to you. Let's hear from you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Miss Emma. Thank you so much. Like somebody's phone is beeping there.
Hello?
Good morning and Happy New Year to everybody. Mr. Najawash, I greet you. I greet those on the panel list. The panel list.
My brother, good morning to you, Mr.
I greet,
Alex.
yeah, thank you. I greet the viewers worldwide and those on the comment section. You know, people are very quick to commend America former presidents when they condemn Donald Trump. But, when Obama came out to speak against Donald Trump way of style of leadership, or when former presidents of America come out to condemn Donald Trump, they are very quick to say, yeah, look at. But when Obasanjo recommend Obi, we don't need to applaud him. And people don't like the truth. That's why when some of us come on the panel, they just log out, because truth and falsehood can't stay on the same panel. I've noticed it anyways. We'll continue to stand on the side of the people. We are not God to judge people. Obasanjo may not be a saint, but right now we need him. Thank God he's still alive. Not everybody lives up to his age, and God must have kept him alive for this reason. So for somebody to come here and tell us we shouldn't applaud him, we should applaud ourselves, fine. But for me, that is a wrong statement. That is ungratefulness. You could have just kept quiet, like Babangida, like Danjuma, like other people are doing, like Gowon. Gowon is still alive, the former Nigeria military president. Is still very much alive and kicking. So Obasanjo is a selfless man. You cannot underrate him on what politics, African politics, in fact, Nigerian politics. He has done a lot. When Liberia was to go ablaze, with George Weah losing the present president losing his first attempt to be a president, he wanted to lead a war in that country. Obasanjo was sent there by the world bodies, and he advised George Weah to go back to school. He's acting like a tout. You don't acquire political power like this, especially at the presidency like this. And George Weah listened to him. And George Weah came back 5-6 years later and went back to him in Nigeria here and told him, sir, I'm back from school. I have a bachelor's now. What do I do? Obasanjo taught him politics, grassroots politics, campaigning and everything. And the guy won. Today he's the president. They are not perfect in that country. At least there is peace. So the same man also went to, is it Ethiopia? He went to break peace where other leaders have failed, where the Western powers have failed, where American Congress have failed. He went there. In Nigeria, we don't appreciate our own. I've noticed it in every area of life. We don't, even on this panel, we don't appreciate ourselves. people look down on you because you are always there with them. Sometimes they get too familiar with you. Other people are listening to you distant lands, and they are happy to hear your contributions because you are making sense. But your fellow panelists always log out whenever you are on debate and wherever you are online, and because they don't want to hear the truth. They have a way of painting their own stories. So somebody to come out and tell me, Obasanjo, we shouldn't applaud him. For me, that is ingratitude. That is insensitive. That is, you are losing touch with the reality. Because right now, the way Nigeria is, we need everybody. If the worst criminal on the planet can come and help us at least do things rightly just now. America, sometimes when things are difficult, they don't care who solve it for them. They don't care. They just want to get it done. That's America for you. We always, copy them when it favors our selfish interest. But when they are doing it for their own people, you don't want to copy them. America can go to prison and bring a criminal to solve a national problem. They don't care about his past. They'll tell him, man, we need you to do a job and you got to do it. You are the only one who can do this. The whole country depends on you. That's how America thinks. America first before anybody. So right now, Obasanjo is helping the whole country. Obasanjo is ashamed of his past. He's ashamed of his own, political, history, and he wants to right his wrongs. What is wrong with that? So instead of always running from panel when some of us come on board, why not face the truth? So, Miss Ima, thank you very much, and Mr. Naja, thank you. And as I said yesterday, we dealt with this case yesterday, thoroughly. Let me just repeat again. If you check the history of Obasanjo, he has never lost elections, and he does not just go. He's a strategist, a master strategist. And to some extent, he's a peaceful man too. He usually come in peace at first. He does not go violent first. Violent to him is the very last calculative option. So this is a man that that endorsed Jonathan for us. Yes, and Jonathan won. This is a man that also endorsed Musa Yar'Adua for us. Yar'Adua won. So he has never endorsed anybody and that person faces. He does his underground work. And this guy has been traveling around the world because of Mr. Peter Obi. He went to Mina to spend 24 hours meeting with Babangida. These are the Kaduna mafias. There is no way you can run away from it. Every country has the carcass that run it. Just that we have devils in Nigeria as the carcass. So one of them maybe has repented, and he's trying to talk to the other demons, the likes of Babangida, those that have let this country into the state it is right now. He spoke with Theophilus Danjuma. He spoke with Don Kabale. He spoke with a lot of them, those who are still, living. A lot of them that are not even living. He spoke to their children. Some of them saw reasons with him, while others disagreed, while others are standing on the fence, while others refuse to, make up their minds just now. Maybe next few weeks, you will see everybody coming out to follow him. Obasanjo has huge followership in every area of life. Is he in the religion side? Is he in the political side? Is he in the citizenship? People love the guy. Yes, he had this problem, but don't take away his own political achievement. He has done a lot for us. So he's part of those that destroyed this country and is coming out to say, we want to fix it. So I see Mr. Obi's, steam going forward. I see him winning this, historical presidential elections. It's as good as done, because right now, Tinubu and Atiku, they've been waiting. Like somebody said before, if Obasanjo is a write-off, why do you go to his farm or his house to ask for endorsement? Why? Why have you been chasing him? Why have you been rallying around? He received them as a normal citizen or as friends, and also he never said anything about them. He received Tinubu, he received Atiku's reps, and but now he has endorsed Obi. We saw it coming. We've said this on this platform. I mean, a long time ago, about 2 months ago or so. So I'm very happy, and I look forward to a lot of them. Once Obasanjo does something in Nigeria, a lot of big wings, but a lot of people will follow, good or bad. We need all hands on deck You cannot be talking about a sinking
All right,
ship,
Mr.
and at the same,
Alex.
let me round up with this. You cannot be talking about a sinking ship, rescuing a sinking ship, and discussing about people's private life or people's past. Now we need all hands to be on deck. So it's a welcome one, and I will drop it here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know who has brought out James Morgan, but thank you for bringing out James Morgan. Hi, James Morgan. How are you doing? How lovely it is to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for being here. Let's take this comment. Okay, let's take this comment. We'll move to last but not the least panelists on here for the broadcast. James Morgan says Obasanjo contested and he won in 1999. Obasanjo recontested and he won 2003. Obasanjo endorsed Umaru Yar'Adua for presidency and he won 2007. Obasanjo endorsed Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for presidency and he won. Obasanjo endorsed Buhari for presidency and he won 2015. Finally won in 2015. Obasanjo has endorsed Peter Obi for presidency 2023. Okay, James Morgan. PDP and APC are in severe pain because of Obasanjo's endorsement to Peter Obi because they know, history is about to repeat itself. All right, James Morgan, thank you. James Morgan further goes on to remind the entire are you talking to PDP or you're talking to Nigerians? I guess you're talking to Nigerians. Say, remember Tinubu went to Obasanjo and knelt down, begging for endorsement, but ignored him because Tinubu is a criminal. Only those PDP and APC will tell you Obasanjo doesn't have political weight, and goes on to say, if he doesn't have political weight, why did Tinubu kneel down to beg for his endorsement? Okay, now big question you asked today, James Morgan. We all know that we are going to hear lots of blabbering. Let's move on to Samuel Olaka's comment here. It says, for your information, many governors and senators in APC and PDP are secretly working for Obasanjo. Underestimate Obasanjo at your own peril. Obasanjo's endorsement is as good as victory 2023 Gosa. All right, Samuel, thank you. Good morning to you too, Godwin. It's good to have you on here. Happy New Year to you. Amen. God bless you too. Thank you. Yes, we have King also here. King, how are you doing? Good day to you, sir. Please unmute your mic. All right. Let's have your submission then.
Christ. And it's a good development for Obi, and I congratulate him for this new development. But they still need to work hard. Where they still need election is February, and there are more people to still welcome to the camp of Obi. For me, I see it. It is a very good development for Labour Party. And the other party, I know they are going to be disappointed about these issues. For me, at least, these are the people that have condemned this country, have spoiled Nigeria, and they work for their own personal interests. At least for now, everybody need a change, as in fully change, full party change, human change, everything. And for me, and it's good for the Igbos, as in for the East, as in they have not been in power for many years. At least they have to still test the power, to still test their own capacity, how to develop Nigeria. You understand? Not going for West. From West, you will go back to the North. No, from the South, you will go back to the North. At least they have to try the East too. That is my own opinion. There's nothing more. That is what I can say for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, King, for chipping that in really brief. Thank you very much. Michael says he endorsed Okay, before we move on with this, please ask each and every one of you that are yet to like the broadcast, please take out time to like this broadcast. Please, if you are yet to like the broadcast, take out time to like the broadcast. If you are yet to support us by clicking on the dollar sign, please take out time to do so. Do well to support us, do well to rush us with your support every way possible this season. Thank you very much. And if you are watching the replay, how are you doing? It's good to have you on here. Please do well to click on the super thanks option just beneath the video. Thank you very much. Please, it is very safe and secured, so please do well to engage it. Thank you very much. All right, and also an appeal to you to engage our account details. Yes, please do also support us by engaging our account details. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. All right, come back to you, my panelists. So I said something earlier on that I would like to get your opinion. Oh, so Mr. Chooks, are you the one responding to me on the comment section? Chooks. So I said that while we wait for the government to wake up to our responsibilities, can we not also help ourselves? Like a Punch reporter, did a research, went to the Ajiwe police station. Let's take you down memory lane. Ajiwe police station is one of the most notorious stations. Yeah, terrible things are spoken of those people. Terrible things are spoken of this center. And I'm saying this is somewhere that is filled with women or with people selling ogogoro, selling alcohol. I would expect that morality, right, or humanity, seeing the incessant killings going on in that area, I don't know, but they probably should not be selling this to, or they should control the quantity they sell to. I shouldn't even be saying control the quantity. They should not even be selling to. It should be an offense to sell alcohol to a uniform man in uniform. So sorry, yes, a uniform man in uniform. That means you're on duty. So you, the officer, and you that sold it to the officer. 1299 they're supposed to, because we need to start working as a nation. It is not just the government that will be putting things in place. We ourselves should be able to put things in place. Mr. Chooks, I want to hear your opinion on this, please. Okay, Mr. Chooks, I guess I have to move on. Let's move on to Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter, how you see this matter and what do you think about this?
Yes. As you suppose, this uniform man don't supposed to be drinking when on duty. But the problem we are saying government, Nigerians who claim, because we are claiming it's a country, but me, I know it's consti, it's not a country yet. So we did not know that each person is a government. So we thought that a moment person is given a position of office, that is the government. That is the reason when they do anything, they go away with it, because we refuse to know that we are the government. We are the one that's supposed to be holding court responsible to know their duty. We are the one that's supposed to be holding lawyers responsible to know their duty. And because those are the ones to give conditions to all these uniforms. Those are the ones who know what they call law and supposed to be writing that law. Those are the ones supposed to hold House of Assembly or representative, whatever you might call those group of people, for them to know what they're supposed to do. But because we feel that we don't know our own self, we don't know what belongs to what we're supposed to do anymore, because we are taking away our senses of real human being. So that is the reason those things are happening. But by the time we come to the street, the way it happened in NSAS, by the time when people begin to show concern of their self, that this is my place, I need to put it in order, then all these things will stop. So, but we refuse to know we are government. So we thought it is some group of people that is government. So that is what we are facing. So let all of us, take it as a duty that we all are government. We all are supposed to be the one making things to work for us. Like my father's compound, if it is dirty, I'm not going to wait for outsiders to come and clean it for me, to make a law before I can clean my compound. It is me that know how to take broom and sweep my compound, my father's compound, so that it can be neat. So by the time we all now really know that this duty of anybody in office don't supposed to misbehave. By the time we keep on taking those actions and all those things we are seeing, we stop. Thank you, as you said, we're supposed to come and take it as a responsibility.
All right, Mr. Peter, thank you for your 2 cents on that. Thank you. Mr. Chooks, let's have you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just like the last speaker said, the inefficiency of ordinary Nigerians and all these civil organizations, institutions has brought us where we are today. For example, the National Assembly have an oversight of so many projects happening in Nigeria. What have they been doing? Nothing. Can I talk to my senator? Yes, of course. Does he listen to me? No. Does he respond to me? No. I've said it here before. I had a senator from my senatorial zone. I've been writing him. I've been calling him. I met him in 2017, right? And we talked about things. I told him we'll keep communicating. Since I came back, I never heard from him. I've wrote him several times. He was the one who gave me his number. He was the one who gave me his email. He never responded even once. So, yes, the earlier we realize that we made them, the better for us. Because there's no other way we can come out of this quagmire other than making sure that they respond to us, making sure that they know that we have the power to put them there and we have the power to remove them. One thing that surprises me is, I don't know if it has happened in the past, but I have not had any senator being recalled by their people, because they are not even like governors who we can give excuses. You can't do anything until they get out of office. And this is why we're talking about these our constitutions. Yes, it's good to protect the governors, but you can institute charges before he finishes term in office. These are the problems we need to tackle. We need to bring people. We need to vote people who can actually represent us there. When we call upon them, they refuse to answer us. We need to take action as stated, as stipulated in our constitution. Because without those things, these things are going to be happening, and there's nothing we can do about it. Until we come together to say enough is enough. And I hope 2023 will be the beginning of this we are saying, because I think all Nigerians have been wise politically. It's such a shame that we are well educated, or seem to be well educated. Let me use that word, because wherever you go, you say you're in Nigeria, or they're educated people, they're smart. You can see it. Even Julius Malema of South Africa, he always says he wish South Africa have the kind of spirit Nigeria have, because they are not afraid of anybody. They can tell you as it is. But when it comes to we doing it internally, we have a problem with this. Please let us stop this. Let the youth and everybody come together. We are too good for what we have. Thank you.
Yeah, we are too good for what we have right now. Thank you, Mr. Chooks. Thank you for your comments on there. Mr. Alex, please let us hear from you. Mr. Chook, someone on the comment section earlier said I was going too far for thinking in that line that we should begin to take care of ourselves by, do you see these people, these policemen hanging their guns over their shoulder or their neck, and they are this, beer parlor, these joints, drinking, taking shots. These are things I see well enough. I don't know if you ever happened, but I'm just saying that maybe they should not just be selling. Maybe they're not kill us finish now. What do you think?
Miss Emma, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You see, I watched the police spokesman, right, in an interview, sorry, and he opened up his mouth to say that because they asked him, I think it was Sheung that asked him, what have you done to, to reorganize police since after NSAS? And, and he was saying, oh, it's all right, it's all right. And Mr. Sheung asked him, what about the policemen saying, I will shoot you and nothing will happen? He said, let the policeman shoot first and we'll see what will happen. I mean, these are the kind of people we put in office. How can you say that? Let them shoot. Shoot who? Can somebody use his life to make a bet? That is what we're talking about. These institutions, until we start holding them responsible, like that man, that thing he said should have cost him his job. Can he put his own family on the line to test that? If a policeman say, I will shoot you and nothing will happen, the next action should be get that policeman arrested, examined. If it's good to throw him out of the job or even go to prison. But he's telling us to experiment with our lives. That doesn't happen anywhere other than in a lawless society. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for bringing that up, Mr. Chooks. Mr. Alex. All right. Let's have you then.
All right. I'm going to come from the professional angle now. Like according to my brother Peter, we are not all government. Okay. You gave your vote to people. They are your leaders. We are not all, we are all government in terms of electioneering, voting, like this period. After that, we have civil rights organizations and pressure group, or what we call ombudsman, like neutral groups that can lead protests against things like this. Then we can join them as citizens, just like the NSAS started or something. So we are not all government. Government should do their job. When it comes to discharging of duties, we excuse them. We want to do it for them. When they are stealing this money, we don't steal it with them. It's failure of leadership. You see people selling alcohol to men on uniform. It's failure of leadership. What are they doing what are the ministers doing? What advice are they giving the president in different departments? What are the senators doing? What bills are they passing? What are the rep members doing? What is the constitution all about? These are salient or sacrosanct questions we need to ask ourselves. So the people got nothing. People sat down to build Singapore, not the citizens. The citizens only got to see what the leaders are doing, and they started obeying laws, when especially the leaders have them at heart. What is one single Nigerian benefiting from this government now? Can you tell me one thing to say we are all government? These guys take your money every day. They bring snakes and pythons and termites to swallow this money and go to Europe and vomit them, go to America and vomit them. They don't care about nothing. Police reform, they can't do. We got this police system from the colonial masters. That logo you see there, that big animal in that circle is a colonial police logo. It needs to be changed. This is where I fought our forefathers, the Abat Macaulays, Antonio Rose, Azikiwe. They were carried away with the euphoria of having independence. They forgot to carry out a lot of changes. For example, in Burkina Faso, when Sankara took over, it changed the national anthem. It changed the name of the country. It used to be Upper Volta. Upper Volta means close to the sun. How can he call a country like that? It changed it to Burkina Faso, land of honest men. It changed a lot of things. It created a lot of things. He invited women into his cabinet. He reshuffled everything, and he employed young men into agriculture, and the country experienced a boom. So our forefathers made huge mistakes in that area. They should have changed a lot of things. The police need total reform. In fact, total wipeout. We need to have a proper policing, like the rest of the world. Nigerian policing is archaic. It's outdated. The recruitment method is archaic. The men there are just a bunch of parochial people who got no proper training of policing, and your leaders don't deem it fit to make constitution to do this. This is why you have to get your PVC and stand with Mr. Peter Obi. He has already mentioned things like this in one of the forums he have been to. He said he's going to look at the system of policing. He said it again when that lady was killed in Lagos. So who are the ones selling to sell alcohol is not a crime. You cannot judge those women or those people doing business. I mean, people sell alcohol even in the Western world. Seeing a policeman on uniform buying alcohol, that is the problem. That is where the question of the governance style, the question of those in leadership, why are they so good in increasing their salaries? They are so good in bringing out benefits for themselves, retirement benefits, mouth-watering pensions. Look at their salary: 35 million for a senator, 27 million for rep members, House of Assembly 9-10 million every month, and they have a lot of lifelong pension and whatever payment. Why can't they look at the system of the country? Why can't they look at policing? Why can't they look at citizens' welfare? Is it wrong if we have welfare? And some people come and argue to us and say it's not a welfare state. No state is a welfare state in the world. You choose to take care of your own people. That is not being a welfare state. You choose as leaders, what can we do for our people? That's why you are there. Why do people be thinking, what can they do for their country? Like Americans will say, don't think about what America will do for you. Think about what you can do for the country. But the leaders will be thinking, what can we do for our people? Let the citizens now say, since the government is giving us XYZ, what can we do? How do we help? So you cannot just keep dragging citizens. We are government. What are the citizens benefiting? So it's time we start stoning these leaders wherever we see them with eggs and bottle of water, because they are failures. They're a bunch of criminals. They are the ones intentionally refusing to check the police system. It's not difficult. 6 months is enough to refurbish the Nigerian. Even the uniform is not even good enough. The uniformary system of the police, I mean, is very bad. We need a lot of things. And I'm sure Obi and his team and his cabinet and the kind of leaders. Listen, Peter Obi's emergence is the end of a political, era where we have dumb skulls and men and women, and men especially, who care about looting money, buying cars, Ferraris, and showing it on Facebook. Peter Obi's emergence into government is going to bring a time of merit, a time of intellectuals, a time of putting a round peg in a round hole. So your leaders must be held accountable, because the citizens don't join them to steal this money. Why would they join them to do their job? So if you are cleaning your father's house, if it is dirty, that's on the personal and the family level. The country, in every country, what we call the local government, some call it county or council. They are the ones doing these jobs, cleaning the streets, taking care of the marketplaces. They are there, but our leaders will not fund them. Our governors will hijack them. Our presidency will not release the funds on time. So it's a failure of leadership. You have a bunch of wicked and dumb skull people who do not care about the citizens. They don't just care. So the policemen are left at the hands of the guns that they are carrying, at the hands of alcohol and drugs to kill citizens. This is why we just lost a brilliant lawyer who was killed by accidental discharge from a police, probably on drugs. We don't know. So we are not the only one in this world. People are training their own police. So how are they doing their own? Are they going to paradise to do it? Until we are ready to sit down and tell ourselves the truth, instead of logging out of the platform when someone with the truth comes in. Sit down and tell yourself the truth. How do we fix this country? What kind of leadership do we want to see? So the ball stops at the kind of leaders you are going to elect. Reject Atiku, reject Tinubu, reject even people that are APC and PDP in every level. The Senate, let's start campaigning for the senators, for the rep members in every area. We don't need anybody under these two devilish, archaic parties anymore. They are coming to steal money. They are coming to buy houses in Dubai, buy cars and show it on Facebook like Dino Melaya and the rest are doing. We should look at the kind of people we are going to bring into power to checkmate and really give us leadership and love for citizens. Thank you.
Mr. Alex, Thank you very much for that submission. The part where you said that, the recruitment process is outdated, the uniform, everything is archaic. Honestly, I tell you, and if you know the budget that goes to NPF alone, and then we want, they make all this money look like it's nothing. You'll see a project for say 100 billion, and you are looking at the project, and you're looking at the money, and you're wondering how, and then you see the same amount is used in another country, and you're looking at beautiful structure. You're wondering, I don't understand. How is our own like this? And what is happening? We really, really need to do better. Please, if you are here to get your PVC, take out time or go and get your PVC. Make good use of the holidays. Take out time. This is very important. This is a time where we have to, reshaping our country. So please let us go all out and do everything that we can. Let us play our part, right? Let us play our part diligently. Thank you very much for your submission and your school of thought on that. On the comment section, what do you think? What are you saying? Yes, so we'll talk about this thing that this police call accidental discharge, because when you cock your gun, you know that anything can happen at that time. So if you are stopping someone for papers, you are asking for documents, and you are cocking your gun, how is it accidental? I mean, what else is supposed to follow? I mean, it's like having unprotected sex and coming to say you're pregnant before on call. What you they expect say go happen? All right, let's move on to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, what's your take on this? Yes, let's hear you, please. What's your take on this, Brother Nice?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Emma. Mr. Alex, I greet you. But you seem to have problem with people logging out of the platform. Why? Everybody loves your submission. Everybody wants to hear from you. If people have something to do, it does not mean they are doing it because of you. You're not the only one in the platform.
Mr. Nice, sorry, I didn't say. Did I say that? Oh, sorry about that. My sincere apology if I'm. You see, there's a misconception there. Anyways.
All right. The only thing that I will just say about this police issue, we talked about this for this. All those things, they always come to tell us that it's accidental discharge. There's no any accidental discharge. Every AK-47, these people is running around with, this police, all guns, all of them have safety, what they call safety. Anytime they are doing their road patrol, why can't they put that gun in safety so that they won't have accidental discharge? That's to tell you that they are doing it purposely because they don't care about human's life. You understand? I don't see any gun that is in safety that will just shoot somebody by himself. A gun in safety. Then, Mr. Chooks, you brought something to my attention right now. That police chief that Sheung interviewed in his studio, then he was telling Sheung that let the man shoot first, then he will know if he has to be questioned or not. That thing does not make sense to me. I was surprised that day when that man answered that thing, that man has to let the police shoot first. Why don't you avoid him shooting, killing somebody first? Why Nigerian police always believe that person has to commit the crime first, then before they will hold that person responsible? So when life is lost, that is when you people will not react. Why can't you people avoid that losing of life first? That is my question for that policeman. Mr. Chooks, if you are still here, you brought that to my attention just now. Because that response that man just gave to Sheung that day, that man supposed to be stripped off of his uniform immediately. That man though is not
Brother
wanting
Nice.
to be a policeman. Yes.
Brother Nice. You see,
yeah.
This same policeman who shot that lady, I heard he has shot somebody before and killed, and nothing happened.
Okay.
That is verifiable because I had it on television, and not even this news people said that. So if we are to investigate that man, there are so many things that will have to come out. It's as simple as just like the same police station, just like the same police station, an incident that happened not quite long now before this one happened. So
And
they have
they still leave that
patterns.
kind of person. They still leave that kind of person as a police person to be running around with AK-47 on the street until he kills somebody again. And that chief of police now is telling us that let the person shoot first, then before they will not hold it responsible. Why can't you avoid that person killing somebody first? Somebody made a statement, he's threatening people that I will kill you and nothing will happen. Why can't you people hold that person responsible first before you kill somebody? Then you people will just put your hand and let it kill first.
But Anais, most times these men are right because they do it and nothing happens. They do it and they always, or most times they get a majority, they get away with these things. That's why it keeps happening. And the only time that there's a form of punishment being implemented is if it has to do with an influential person or it goes viral. We can't continue like this. We can't.
And you know what surprised me again? Huh?
Please go ahead.
Those police people, they went to pay a condolence visit to the family, and they were telling the mother that they should leave it to God. Leave it to which God? So if the policeman now go outside again and kill somebody, you people will go to that family and tell them to leave it to God. They will just be killing people like that. Then you people, the only thing to console the family is leave it to God. Hey, my brother, now Nigeria is in, we are in problem in that country now with this Buhari government. We are in problem. Nobody is holding anybody responsible for anything. Crime is just happening left and right in Nigeria. Nobody is holding anybody responsible. You understand? Nobody's calling anybody to order. Even the chief of policemen, if you even interview them, you will see that they even have the same mindset with those people police that is killing people. Like what that man just told you. He said, let the policeman kill first. Instead of you to avoid killing somebody, then you people are waiting for him to kill somebody first. No. People, we need to double our effort to make sure this person Obi bring law and order in Nigeria, to become president, to bring law and order. If not, we are just living in a lawless land. Which Afghanistan is even better than Nigeria now. I'm telling you, because that terrorist government that is in power in Afghanistan is even doing a nice job more than Buhari government in Nigeria. I'm telling you.
Mr.
Alex, you don't see and say this thing, Taliban for Afghanistan, they get police where they fighting security.
Yes, you are right. You are right in a
you
way.
Cannot do this in Afghanistan. I'm telling you, Alex. I'm telling you, that those people, they are doing nice job more than Buhari. You understand? Now in Nigeria, Nigeria is left to different vices in Nigeria. Ritualists are killing, cultists are killing, Fulani are killing, people are raping, all kinds of things.
Police are killing too. Police
themselves are killing. Nobody is holding anybody responsible. It's just like Animal Kingdom. Even Animal Kingdom is even better. You understand? If you drive on the road, you will be killed by accident, or you'll be kidnapped, ritualists, or if by hair, people will kidnap you on the hair. No. Oh God. Then this kind of person that will bring sanity to the country, people don't want it to come to power. People are still fighting people. They don't want Nigerians to elect a person that will bring sanity to that country. There's a lot of looters left and right. If you go and ask Buhari, see people have looted 80-something a trillion, he will tell you that I'm not aware. This man is lost in his memory every day. That kind of person, how is he going to drive the economy and drive the people, the vibrant youth of that country? How?
But nice. He's only losing his memory when it's time to talk about money, missing money, people being killed. He doesn't lose money when he's borrowing money. It's just intentional. He does not lose any memory, I beg.
That is what is surprising me. If he's borrowing money, he will know the accurate money he's going to borrow. But when crime is going on in the country, he will tell you he's not aware. That is what I don't understand. You understand? This man just came to contest as the president of Nigeria just to cause chaos in Nigeria. Then now he's telling that he's going to run away from, he's going to run far from Abuja. He is not going anywhere. If a competent leader comes tomorrow, I advise Peter Obi to go and carry this man. We are going to probe this man. He's not going anywhere. Because is this impunity that these people are doing? That's why they are still continue telling us story. And all of them will come and contest. When they cause chaos, they will go and hide. They will become a motivational speaker to Nigerians. This one, is going to be different. Buhari is going to be the first president that will start probing. You understand? All those them Obasanjo and all of them, they're supposed to be probed. If we know, and Peter Obi should bring back capital punishment, little injection. This thing, they will choose the one they will use to kill them. If it's little injection or this thing, gas chamber, anyone, they should bring all those things back to Nigeria. That is where all those vices will run away from Nigeria. All this Boko Haram, court killing, and all those ritual killing. They need to teach these people. They need to hold them with hot hand. Any president that comes to power, if they don't do all those things, all these vices they will remain. They will not leave Nigeria, because this is not the kind of Nigeria that I know before. It's not the kind of Nigeria now. Place where be said before, you feel sleep daybreak for front of your door, outside of your house, nothing will happen to you. But today you cannot try it in Nigeria. You understand? In Nigeria that time, unless I don't know if you know what they call Ibota. If they seize like that time, you feel sleep front of your house till daybreak, nothing will happen to you. But you cannot try them in Nigeria now.
Yeah.
So now that I live on, people, if we need sanity.
What's the thing you just said? You used to have what?
It's story time.
Okay.
Story time in the evening. You all stay outside. After people can fall asleep.
Okay,
yeah.
But you just said something really profound. And Nigerians, I really hope that you can hear. Okay, if we don't vote right, let's just scratch that. If we don't do all it takes to have Peter Obi as our next president, we are still here asking what happened in Lagos State and in other places, October 2022, where military men stormed our country. The president has not said anything regarding that. The governor of Lagos State, they still don't know. The military, they do not know. The kingmaker in Lagos, who is contesting for presidency, does not know who came into his own Lagos.
Mesima,
let's not play with ourselves. Let's not play with our security. Let's really think about it.
Do you know on the 24th, a lot of people were killed in South Kaduna by terrorists. Do you know that till now, nobody thought about it? 37 people were killed in South Kaduna on the 24th, where people were celebrating or watch night. But till now, nobody don't talk about it. President not talk about it. President is mute. Is mute about it. People around him, no one talked about it. Aerofire, none of them thought about that
because it was not Southeast. If it is Southeast, you will hear that the TV will show it. Their TV will be showing it. So it's not Southeast.
So you see that there's a lot of life that have gone that we don't even hear about. That these people will just cover up. They will not even talk about those souls that have gone. I tell you, in a saint country, the kind of people that have died in Nigeria, we're supposed to bring our flag down. I will do national money for these people. But these people, this Nigeria Buhari government, they will look away because they are used to Nigerian blood. Nisima, thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much for that submission. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Please let me put some things in perspective. Or perspective in order.
Mr. Peter, it's your turn to even give your submission. So take your time and give your submission.
Okay,
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you for what you said. You write back and you said I'm right in some areas. Yes, I did not say everybody sit in the government power. So I said we are all government. And that is why I use court as example that we're supposed to be leading our protest to. Because court as the one if Nigeria were to be a country, court are the one that's supposed to have the highest power more than the president. So by the time we are able to take our protest to court are the one to hold House of Assembly accountable. They have to court them to order. That is why I said, if Nigerians know themselves that they are government, I did not say they are all are the ones sit in government power. So there is difference between sit in the power and being a government. Being a government, in your house, people look onto you, automatically you are a government, they look to your character. In your environment, people are learning something from you, you are a government. So, but being in positions that we not choose out of ourselves, that is the one that sit in the power or sit in the position, doesn't take us out of it doesn't make it that when it comes to election time we are not a government, or when it comes to protest that some people now call us that make us a government. No, we are all government because government has a grade of being a power. That is the people that make affair. But generally, everybody are government because one and another person look onto you and learn something from you. So if we really know that we are the government, we are the ones supposed to put those we put in positions to do their normal affair. We supposed not to relent from protests. Whether military keep people in a toll gate. I said it, if it were to be Europe, after that night, the other day, Nigeria can never, Lagos will be shut down. Both women, market women, everybody will come out for protest. But because they did not know that they are government, they run inside house.
Right, Mr. Peter. You are right.
They run inside house. If we are to be, I protest from here to Brussels, in Belgium, all just for we to have life. It was because the Italian make us to know that we are all government. So we need to accuse those in power to put something that will be better us in our life. So that is why we are using us to do protests every time. So that is what I said. I did not say all Nigerians, because we are all government, that we must be in power. So, but we are all government, but it's none of us that have the power to rule, to lead or others. That is it. Thank you.
Mr. Peter, I would like to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
There's a thing you said the last one day like that. I think it was a evening program. You understand? That thing, it shows me sometimes, like what this statement you just you made now is very accurate. But sometimes there are some things you said is like you have no clue about what you are even saying. You understand? Like that. Let me just leave it. I will tell you next time.
Can I respond to what you just said?
All right, go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ima. Yeah, Mr. Peter. Okay, what I was talking about is that we are only government when we are voting these people. We are government when we want to join civil rights organization to protect. Taking care of your environment and taking care of your house, that one is on the either humanitarian or maybe helping to clean the street or something. Is a humanitarian or family thing. What I'm talking about, we should hold our leaders responsible for uniform men buying alcohol from those women on uniform. That was my point. Not us going to stop them. So we can only vote the right people to make the right rules to educate these policemen that they can't do that while on uniform. They can't do that. They are serving the nation. So long as they are on that uniform, they are representing the authority, the nation. So there's a certain expectations we want from them. Not buying alcohol and smoking and taking drugs on uniform. So in that regard, we cannot be government. We are only government when we are voting them to vote the right person. I also said, get your PVC now to get the right person on board so that you can look into the policing system, if you can remember. So I'm not saying you are wrong. You are right in a form. I said so, but in this regard, we cannot be government to hold policemen, to justice on their character. If the head is rotten, the body will be rotten. Who produces these policemen? Who gives them job? It's the leaders that you are bringing to power with your PVC. So that is the only avenue you have now, and now is the time. The future is now. So the only power we have now, right now, is to change the head with our PVC. let's encourage people, because once they are there already, you can do little. Just protect, write letters, join civil rights organization to protect. That's it. But the greatest power you have now is your vote. This is my own area of submission. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, Emma. Yeah, I support what Mr. Alex just said. You know, you see, like he said, the Nigerian police, right? Look at a man who shot and killed a pregnant woman, and the police is telling us that they have to go internal mechanism first before this person should be handed over to the rule of law. Is there no evidence that this man shot and killed? What internal mechanism? If it is a sergeant, he is taken to prison straight away and his case discussed. But the same man said that certain ranks cannot be tried straight away. I mean, this is why we talk about removing all these people so that we can have a chance to change this constitution.
And my dear brother, brother, I'm sorry for coming in. If this thing has really happened in the southeast now, they will say it's Biafra, it's IPOB, it's IPOB. They would have gone after them. They would have deployed military there since now to look for what does not exist. So our leaders are the one killing people. They refuse to do the right thing.
We've said it here before that if you elect the right leader, within 3 months, you will never hear about insecurity in Nigeria. Because these people are in government. I remember in 2014 when Jonathan shouted that these people are in his government. And right now, they're all over the places. I'm sorry to say, if I come to Nigeria today, I will not, for any reason, register for their phone numbers. Because why? This information you are giving to Pantani, you don't even know where he's taking it to. Tomorrow you could be going around the world and you've been stopped and questioned for terrorism's sake. Something you know nothing about. This is at the risk they are putting Nigerians into. I'm sorry. Imagine people people back home. They are telling me that people are calling them, telling them who they are, telling them how they can vote, and in fact intimidating them. This is the kind of society we are living in, and this is what worries me. It's rampant now. I get people across Nigeria, not just one section of Nigeria, and they are telling me almost the same thing. So this is why we need to stand firm, elect credible leaders. Just like Alex said, not just the president, because he have a limited power to do things. We should also make sure that we elect people who are going to actually represent us, not by name. Because if they actually represent us, from time to time, they come down to take questions from us, to know what bothers us, and go there and present it. Please, let us do the right thing. It matters really. Look, it's just about 50-something days. Just under 2 months that we have to turn things around. Let us do this right now, because time, like they said, time doesn't work for anybody. We need to act right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. Thank you very much. I jumped to you to speak with you, Mr. He. How you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you for your patience. Please, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, panelists and the people in the chat. You see, when a country or a society is damaged and heavily, notoriously corrupt, these are the things you get in every department, in every discipline of that form a nation. no accountability, nothing. Not just the police alone, the judiciary, the executives, all corrupt. And it will become more worse and worse and worse. When Nigeria was formed as a nation, things were never really like this. So we start measuring things now, just was what happened recently. But some of these people that are in power, some of them know when Nigeria was being, when Nigeria have their independence, they know what was going on, what they enjoy at that moment. Instead, and the ones that are destroying it now, they're also the ones that enjoy those free things. You see, when you don't have a system that is being run, when I was growing up, I've never had that whereby a police, then they were even carrying not even AK-47, they call it Mark 4, very big gun. Police normally have whistles and they have their baton. Then they have only one man, if it's on the highway, who carry just a gun at that time. City police, when I mean internal police, like police are going to the cities, everything, they don't have even ammunition. They just have their whistle and their baton. They just blow the whistles and everything. They don't just stop you. But some of these police stop you all because you drive a beautiful car, they think they can extract something from you. You see, not just the police. Nigeria society is like that, just like the police also. You understand? That is just Nigeria society is. We have a short time of things, but we don't have long time of viewing things. What I can get now, what I can eat now, and I don't care. Maybe I get my own now, and my own won't get. Now this is everything down like this. It didn't start now. It started slowly when Obasanjo handed over power to Shagari. Slowly. In between 1982, it was already damaged. The people that came to power then were bad human beings, including my far distance uncle. You understand me? When you give the contract at that time to do a road, we talk about police now, but I try to extend it to the other side. They will just come and use bulldozer to do the road. Paper they asked to grade the road at Kotai, they will not do it. They'll say, at that time it was even far more less. What do you get now? These are heavy carriers, but not doing nothing at all. Then they will even at least coming with some sanity so okay, they did. So if you don't vote in the right people or you don't have the right government, it will even be worse than this. What you're seeing now, there will be now is vigilante carrying gun everywhere. Vigilante killing people, just like the police. How can you give a gun to a useless guy, a criminal, because he came under the name of vigilante, holding a pump action? Say he's defending who? Then when you talk to him, and you don't like when you talk to him, he will release gun on you because he in his mind is playing police. You understand? So this thing you see now, it happened to a very influential guy, a middle class guy. That's why everybody is shouting now. This things have been happening for a very, very long time. So the chaotic, what you see now, it come out of corruption. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, experts have already noticed where there's corruption in the society, there will be chaos. Where there's chaos, it will be anarchy. Nigeria on is more than anarchy now. It's like almost like a war zone. Police cannot even protect you inside Lagos City. Armed robbers are everywhere over there. If you drive late in the night, even the daytime, and you're in the wrong place, they'll bail up you up inside your car and take whatever they want to take. On the highway, Lagos to Ibadan Road, there are different types of people just operating there. We don't know who are these people, sir, doing the same thing. Go down, that's even in the west. Go down to the southeast, the same problem. Go to the north, the same problem. Those days when I was growing up, I used to travel with my father in the night. My father said, I like to move in the night. Okay, we move. But now you dare not even try it. So what Nigeria is experiencing now is what the society is. Not just about the police. The people in Nigeria mind is corrupt. We exaggerate things. Who build house with 5 million naira? We say build house with 50 million. Who buy a car of about 1 million naira? We say buy a car of about 10 million. We just slowly choking ourselves with a rope in our necks, choking ourselves because we don't live in reality. We live fake. We live lies. We live in a lie life. Nigeria is just full of lie. Somebody tell you green, you will have to check it well if it's really green. Even inside family, the government, and everybody just lying. So when you live in the chaotic of lie, how can you have peace and freedom? How can you have anything? You don't live. Why Europe is good? Because at least they have check and balances. If you lie, they will cut. If you stay, they will get what out of you. That's why we all come to Europe. We enjoy the society because it be created like that. But in Nigeria, Nigeria lost that version after the military give power to the civilians. Police now are not guarding so-called celebrities. They prefer to be there. Those people wear more beautiful uniform than the police you see on the streets of Nigeria. The one guarding celebrities. When I was growing up, there was no police guarding anybody. No human being have escort. Be you manager of share, be you chief exec, be you anything. But now you will see that even a local government chairman, they have police. This thing. Who have more change? You have police. They're all riding on escort. Then how will you get the better police? To to guide the society. Rather, you have the drunken ones because the real good ones, those celebrities, doesn't want nothing to do with them. So that's what the society you're seeing now is just the society we are in Nigeria. We are in a deep shit. And this is just the beginning. Wash it out. 5 years from now, will be far worse than this. You will not know who. People will even be going people toilet to kidnap people. Just like 1982. If you cook in your kitchen, you are not there. People will come and carry your food. Because the hunger at that time was very heavy. If you're cooking, you're not there in 1982. That what brought the Buhari in 1983. You understand? These senators, they were pretty money. All of them were living large, running to London to bank money. So what you see now, if you don't vote in the right person, I'm not talking the right person, I'm talking about Peter Obi. At least the man that have something better, they have human feelings. Touch to one-on-one that is really on the ground, that know what it is. He finished as a governor, he went to his personal house. He didn't live on government property. He didn't say, oh, buy me a house in Abuja or build me a house. He went to his personal house to stay. He drive himself. I was surprised to see him on YouTube when he went to Kanayo housewarming. He and his friends, they drove themselves, 3 of them. He came in there with a very respectful way, without no exaggeration. This is he is honest. Because he's honest, I understand most Nigerians will not buy into his because honest person in Nigeria, nobody like honest in Nigeria. They like lies. So what you see now, if you don't vote in the right person, it will be, even after the election, it will be worse than this one because everybody will say it's free for all. It's just free for all, just the way the governors and the local government chairman are taking our money to build mighty mansions and living large. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. AE. I'm sure somebody is. You should be ready to take delivery of one Guinness for you from Mr. Kingsley. Thank you for your submission. That was a powerhouse. Thank you very much. Big thank you to each and every one of you with me on this broadcast. We have tarried on this broadcast longer than usual, so we would not be having the chats today. Yeah, we would not be having the chat today. But do want to join us on our other lineups. Activities remain same for the year. Do well to turn on your notification bell so you would get notified or follow us for every time we go on live. Thank you to my amazing panelists. Thank you to each and every one of you on here. Madam Rita, good day to you. Mama Jerez, Happy New Year to you too. It's good to have you on here. Thank you for being here. Kingsley, thank you so much for being on the broadcast. James, I miss you too. It's good to have you on the broadcast, and Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being here. I look forward to having a wonderful and amazing year with each and every one of you. Mr. Lucky, good morning to you, sir. Happy New Year and amen. Thank you very much for that. Maya, how you doing? Happy New Year to you. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you to Godwin. Uwa Eziama, thank you very much, Samba Olaka, for being with us on this broadcast. James Morgan, thank you. Bella Naomi, thank you for being with us on this broadcast. Thank you to Senda. Thank you very much for being with us on this broadcast. Tani Mola, Joseph, thank you for being on the broadcast. Michael, thank you for each and every one of you. Thank you for being on this broadcast. We are almost having a full house, but this is not everybody. To those watching the replay, thank you for being on here. Please take out time to like the broadcast and to also support us. Thank you very much. So my panelists, thank you. It's been one of a kind. It's been one of a kind broadcast newspaper review. Thank you. Let's do more. Let's do greater things. Let's keep sensitizing the people, talking to Nigerians, and speaking good things into our country. All right. If you are here to get your PVC, please take out time and go get your PVC. I come to you, my amiable panelists. This is where you give your final submission to Nigerians. Please let it be in line of the election. The elections is just around the corner. This is the new year. This is 2nd of January already. And before you know it, we are in February. So you see, let us keep talking to the people on why they need to vote. Right. Thank you. Come to you, Mr. Alex. Let's have a submission, please.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to comment the last guy that spoke. People will never like you when you are honest in Nigeria. People don't like honest people. People don't like people that say the truth. But until we say the truth, we are going nowhere. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth that you know shall make you free. So long we continue to dwell on, he's my brother, I love him, he's my party man, he's my in-law, he married my younger brother's cousin, he's my own grandfather's uncle's brother, we can't go anywhere. It's going to be deteriorating every now and then. So until we sit down and address issues the way they ought to be, we are going nowhere. Nigeria can be great again if we have honest men running the affairs of this country. So let's start with a man who is honest enough among these 3 men. The other 2 criminals have been dealt a big blow by the endorsement of a great world political renowned figure in the person of Obasanjo, and it's going to be a continuous blows for them in the coming days, because many people are going to follow suit. Many important figures are going to follow suit. So guys, let's encourage people to get our PVCs, and let us not be discouraged at some unscrupulous people, as some distractors who are going to come at us with unnecessary statements. It should not deter us. We are on the right track. Obi is moving. Obi is the man. Obi is our next president. In fact, we should stop saying election is February or election is less than 40 days or 100 days. We should say election is next month, so that it can be a sense of urgency. Start saying election is next month. It's better like that. It's very close. We are close. We've done it, and we will vote and defend our vote on that day. So, Ms. Ima, thank you, and Mr. Najarosh, thank you for the great work you are doing on behalf of Nigerian poor people. I thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Mr. Peter, please, let's have your final submission.
And thank everyone, listeners. Please, what I beg of all of us is to go and get our PVC. Because if not ANEC, Peter Obi will win straight. But with ANEC projection and all those, they are so called. Because people are saying BVAS. They did do bypass in PVAS. So if you don't know, they do it. If you get to poly unit and the BVAS are rate 1 or 2, please don't vote. Don't allow them to use that BVAS, because you don't know how many they are installed inside before bringing it out at all. Except if you reach 00 before you can start voting. So I have to beg each and everyone, open your eye clearly so that they will not sweep your vote to another party. Vote Labour Party, vote Peter Obi, so that we can have a better Nigeria. Please go and get your PVC. If you don't have transport, give us your number. We will give you transport. If you don't have food and water to take that time, give us your number. We will give you all. Thank you. God bless you. If Nigeria is good for you, it will be good for me. It will be good for me. We are happy to return back home. Europe is not good. Asia is not good. America is not good. There is no place like Nigeria. Blessed with red soil, white soil, black soil, green soil, yellow soil. All the soil you are talking about is found there. Even stone soil is found in Nigeria. No place like Nigeria. God bless each and every of us. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much for saying that, Mr. Peter. Indeed, there is no place like home. I am really grateful for the sunlight that we have here back home with the black ice, white Christmas, and everything out there. Oh dear, we truly should build what we have. We have it wonderful here. Let's put ends together. Please, this is also a call. As Mr. Alex said, election and next month, oh, you don't get your PVC, waiting you they wait for. Now you they join them, make Nigeria continue to the Dagbaru. If you want this Nigeria to be better, please go and pick your PVC and not sell your votes. You kukuma no say, go carry you 1 month. You go see shaggy. So please do well. Let us vote right. Let us get our PVC and let us not sell our rights. All right, we'll move on to Mr. Chooks for his final submission. Mr. Chooks, please.
Yeah, thank you, Emma, once again. Yeah, I'm gonna join Alex and Mr. Peter to call on Nigerians, to pick up your PVCs. There's so many support groups helping people, to pick up their PVCs. Get online there. Those who can access online, there's a lot, helping people to pick up their decision. When I say helping people, giving like transport, you know, giving them water to drink, during the queues and all that. And I encourage each and every one of us, to go online there as well to support these groups that have been doing great things, to help other people. Yesterday, I see them, giving them transport and all that. It's quite good if we can do that, because we can help in so many ways. Not all of us will be available on the election day, but we can help in so many ways. Let us, encourage our brothers. I'm not saying give somebody money to just because he wants to do this, because after all of us are fighting for our futures, and the future of our kids, So let us, hold our neck, because, hearing that Oshun's election, even with beavers, they are still overvoting. I am worried, completely worried. So let us come out in mass and do the right thing, because it will be the only thing that we make it difficult for them to rig the election is if we come out in mass and vote Peter Obi, not just the right person. Let's make it clear. Let us come out in mass and vote Peter Obi. And if we can do that, they will have no place to hide. It is as simple as that. The only way they can tell us story is if we don't come out in mass and vote Mr. Peter Obi. Then we will have ourselves to blame. But we don't want that to happen this new year, because, like Alex said, it is next month. When we started this journey, maybe May, June, right? We weren't expecting it to come this fast, but here we go. Like we say, next month, before you know it, is like tomorrow or next tomorrow. So let us do the right thing and, be happy. And I'm also using this opportunity to wish everybody a happy new year, a prosperous new year, a healthy new year, especially to people of Nigeria, the great people. And you, Emma, I wish you the best. I wish you everything you think of. I wish Kachi everything he think of. Mr. Niger Watch, and everybody working for Niger Watch family, and everybody who is connected to Niger Watch family. I bless you, and I hope that the Lord will answer our prayers come February. Thank you, and goodbye.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. Thank you. Amen. I was seriously saying amen to those prayers. Amen. Thank you very much for that. I will move on to the last but not the least panelist we have on here for today for this broadcast. Mr. A, please give your final submission. Thank you.
I want to thank Mr. Alex. Good speaker, energy. I love the way he talks. I love the way he speaks. I love Chooks also. Peter, when you put talk, my brother, they listen to una. Una get passion, what una really believe on. Una get everything. My brother, may God bless una. for na passionate and truthful words when they come out of my heart. You know, not be the typical honest Nigerians we're supposed to get for that country. Where everything go good. I hope say this vote, I beg, who get family for house, who get mama, papa, sisters. Not say internet alone. Make they send a message like do how they do too. May they go vote for the right person. Just the way we do for Obaseki. Whereby say even when they try to they give them money, the people they show the money. Make we do everything. Tell them, hold your PVC. Go get your PVC. Look the color, look the picture of the who you go vote for. Look the initial letter when they put there. LP. Now you go work. Because we don't dare almost at the end point how Nigeria go take better, or if Nigeria go even unite, or Nigeria self go become like kata kata. Now the level we did now, we would need to get her right. You know, and this right now to check who be the right person. At least we don't get history. What would they say? This man, this one a governor before. Can you copy it or be really ex-governor? Because we know what the ex-governor how they look. We know where they stay. Go check with Obi house. Now normal house. Normal house. You know, the guy looks simple, but he gets a lot of wisdom for a brain. He know what they call economy. We they look for real president who know how to take run economy. Not the one where they give person message or they give person say you answer that. No man will really know what they do. Now be this man. Power not they go to his head. You know, if they live normal life, he believe in normal life, and I God fearing. This God don't say with the fear. Now this man be. If you see, you go see the way it will be. See the cloth where they wear. If you check it, not too expensive. See his shoe, not be new shoe. Sometimes if you even check all the media, sometimes they go to media. If you check your leg, they see the same shoe, you see the same for your leg. Even 3 years ago, when never even become saying one contest as president. You know, so now this kind of people or person we want for power. After him, if we see the one who will come from the north again, will be like I'm gonna go vote for him. Make we Nigerians the unite say, not be the region when the person come for we go the vote for, but now what it go make us united and better, make the country there safe. Now we dey. Now. So I beg, make we tell our family. Otherwise, not let us go fit save that country. Not be this people when they take it by heart or they could go take catch oil well. And the man won't go give. Now man be like say he go do the country well. He go retire, go back to his normal quiet life wherever they live before. Because person is good, you know they change to be bad in just like that. You know even the bad at all. Say, good man, not they change to bad. No let bad man they become bad. Thank you very much, oh. God bless.
Thank you very much, Mr. AE. Thank you. I really do appreciate those words there. Thank you. And to every word of appreciation to Nigerian Watch, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the appreciation. Thank you. We are really grateful. Please do well to keep supporting us by sharing our broadcast, by inviting people to this platform, by supporting us financially, and also with publicity. Please, I beg, make una dey like our every broadcast. It gives us that opportunity to be seen, easily seen, on YouTube. So please, endeavor to engage us as much as you can. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful broadcast, and it was really good to see each and every one of you on here. Thank you. All right, Ume, Florence, thank you. Destiny, thank you. Osagwafo, this is where we draw the curtains on this broadcast. Thank you, and Happy New Year. I'm wishing each and every one of you a prosperous one. Bye for now.